Okay, let's continue with the graphing. And just before, we just did basically this. We changed these options. Just to mention, you can also do this way. So you can put these options directly into a particular function, like plot. Now, by the way, we've worked with different tools in graphing so far. We've used the plot. I think we've used histogram. We've used AB line. We've used lines. So functions like plot or histogram are called high-level functions. And that's because basically you don't have to do much in order to generate the plot. You don't have to specify very much. You just use, like, for example, plot drug and the two variables, and you'll get a plot. So those are called high-level plotting functions. The AB line and the lines are called low-level. They just do sort of a single thing, and they don't create the whole picture. Okay? Anyway, so you can put these options or these parameters directly into some of the high-level plots. They say if you do this, it will only apply to that particular graph. Whereas if you use, as we did in the previous video, if you do this, it will apply to all graphs that you make until you reset it. Okay, let's talk about the symbols and lines in the graph. Now we just changed those two things. And the parameters that are involved, the two that we just used were this one and this one. This one specifies the symbol to use when plotting, and this one specifies the line type, so we just saw that. There's also one called CEX and LWD. So the CEX and the LWE specify how big we have, for example, how big the symbol size is, and how big the line what the line width is. So if you set CEX to 1.5, it's going to be 50% larger than the default. So 1 is default. You don't need to set 1, but 1 is default. And if you do it at 0.5, they're going to be smaller by 50% smaller. And here, if you set this one, LWD, to 2, it's going to be twice as wide. So go back and change your last graph and make some changes to it. Change both this and experiment with it and see what you get. Pause the video. Okay, now let's discuss these just a little bit more. This one and this one that we originally adjusted. So here we have figure 3.4 and figure 3.5, and these tell you the shapes that you get. So we saw the default was 1, and that was just an open circle, but we used, I think it was 17 to generate this one, the triangle. And you can use all of these any of these for PCH. I wish I knew what PCH stood for, but anyway, you can use any of these numbers to change the symbol. And here for LTY, you can use these numbers to get these kinds of lines. So, for example, to get this one here, we had LTY is 3, so that gives us this kind of line. We have LWD is 3, that gives us a larger symbol. PCH is 15, which gives us the square. Sorry, I made a mistake. CEX is 2, and that changes the symbol size. And LWD was 3, and that changes the width of the line. Okay, let's talk about colors. So we have various parameters for color. So this just gives you the default plotting color. This is for the color axis. I'm sorry, for the axis. text, for the axis text. This one is for the axis labels. This is for the titles. This is for subtitles, foreground, and background. And using color settings, we can generate something like this. So to indicate colors, you have various ways of doing it. You can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, and I don't know this one here, HSV, hexadecimal or something, I guess. No, this is hexadecimal. I don't know what this is, but these are all, will all specify white. So color equals 1 is white, color equals white is white. This, if you know HTML, it will give you white. RGB, this will also give you white. And as I said, I don't really know this one. So you can also look at this chart here. And I guess there's some description. And that comes from here if you want to check this out. And here are some special R functions: rainbow, heat colors, terrain colors, topo colors, and CM colors. For example, rainbow 10 produces 10 contiguous rainbow colors. You can also use gray levels. If you want gray levels, you can use this. And you can specify the gray levels as a vector of numbers, and each of the numbers should be between 0 and 1. So try this code here first. Try it yourself. But before you try it, let's. I don't think we ever worked with this before. So let's just check and make sure what that does first. So first of all, we're going to set n equal to 10. So first we set n equal to 10, and then do this. And what it does is it just repeats whatever you put in here n times. So it repeats it 10 times, okay? And while we're at it, let's just check what this does also. So let's do C like this. So what does it do? This goes first, so it creates a vector from 0 to 10, because I set n to 10, and then divides by 10. So it's really a vector from 0.0 up to 1.0. Okay, with that understanding, do this one and see what you get. And then after you've done that, change it instead of rainbow here, using the rainbow function for your colors, which is the color here. Instead of that, use heat colors and put 10 inside here. Then try it with terrain colors, put 10 inside there, and if you want you can try these as well. So pause the video and then try it. Okay, and then after that, try this one. And next we'll be doing text characteristics.